let's get cooking. So I'm gonna get started on meal one, and the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make that meatloaf base. So this is that same recipe you've been seeing on several occasions. I've got my rough chopped and pureed vegetables here. I've got my 2.5 pounds ground beef, breadcrumbs, eggs. I've got our salt and our Italian seasoning. You can refer to bin 4 if you need more instruction on any of this. Bin 4 has the mashed potatoes and the hamburger mix here in that. So I've got my potatoes already diced as well. So you can refer to bin 4 for more instruction on the mashing of the potatoes or the making of this meatloaf base. Meanwhile, I'm just gonna get everything, start mixing up so I can roll out my hamburger steaks and my meatballs. So now I'm going to start rolling out the Salisbury steaks and the meatballs. A little bit of spray on the bottom to hold the paper. This is the very last of my roll here, so I think it's just enough though. We'll spray that down. The spray will help kind of hold it. And the parchment paper will help with your cleanup. We're going to do big ones first for the Salisbury steaks, 4 big ones, and the rest we're going to roll out for meatballs. So I've got my meatballs and my hamburger steaks all rolled out. I'm going to get those in the oven. The 4 hamburger steaks, we're just going to cook about halfway through. We're going to finish cooking them in our simmering sauce. The meatballs, at least 155 degrees on the meatballs before you pull those out. And the hamburger steaks, we're going to finish cooking those by simmering in our sauce. Meanwhile, I'm going to julienne this onion for our mushroom gravy. This 8-ounce package of mushrooms was pre-sliced. It was marked down to 99 cents. I didn't see any point in slicing my own mushrooms. We're actually going to put some spaghetti sauce into our Salisbury steaks. That's not really typically in Salisbury steaks, but after we make our roux, we're going to deglaze with this just because we don't need quite all of this for the meatball hoagies. So we're going to use a little bit of this in the Salisbury steaks just to get rid of it, and the remainder we're saving for meal 3. And then we're going to finish up the gravy with a little bit of beef stock. So we're actually adding a little bit of tomato into this that normally wouldn't be there, and then we're going to finish it with the beef stock to make the beef gravy. So we're going to get our sauce started and on the simmer while the hamburger steaks are cooking, and then we're going to throw those in to the sauce to simmer and cook the rest of the way through. So our meatballs are 155 degrees. So I'm just going to reserve the meatballs on a plate for now, let them cool, and then get them in the refrigerator. For bread, I've got the hoagies for the Meatball Subs. I saved 4 hoagies for the Meatball Subs. And then I took 2 and I cut them up into 4 pieces. And I'm going to save this one. And the other one, I just buttered it up. I'm going to pop that in the oven. That'll give us a little bit of bread for this meal. Meanwhile, the hamburger steaks are just simmering. The sauce is thickening up a bit. The mushrooms are getting cooked through, and hamburger steaks are getting cooked through. They'll need to be 155 as well. They should actually be more than that because you're wanting to simmer these down in a little sauce a little bit just to kind of tenderize them more so than just get them cooked and then out. So we're going to let those simmer for a total of about 15 minutes. The potatoes almost ready. I'm going to get those mashed. Like I said, check out bin 4. Or a couple of the other bins for the mashing of the potatoes. We've done this on several occasions. So I'm going to get our corn working. You can use frozen corn if you want. I just chose to use canned corn on this. I'm going to get our bread in the oven, and I'm going to mash these potatoes. So there is an awesome hearty home-style meal. Got our sauteed onions and mushrooms there on top, and then that tomatoey beef gravy, homemade mashed potatoes, skin on, why peel them if you don't have to, corn, and bread. Meal 1, Salisbury Steaks. So that's been number 19. Again, like, share, subscribe on my YouTube channel, or check out the website, HauteMomsDinnerClub.com, for the full recipes for all these that you can download, and the shopping list included in the membership as well. So thanks for joining me, Haute Mom's Dinner Club.